Hello. We are going to go to an optional dungeon. Still in Realm Reborn, but we're in the patch content now. It's a level 51 called the Wanderer's Palace. Is this in the patch content? I know it's an optional dungeon for sure. Don't fact check me on these things. Or do, leave a comment. Okay, anyway. So I'm running this with other people because I can't do this with my NPC friends. And typically what I do when I am tanking something is I will check the kind of level of the healer to kind of see what I should expect. For example, the healer here, oops, XF is their initials. I see that they are okay. So when we're in the dungeon, it sinks us down to 50. Okay, no 50 here, and this person is actually level 50. But I can see here in their jobs that they are level 68. I can also see it here in the party list here. They're 68. But I see they're 68 here, but they also had leveled their conjurer white mage to 43, so they've got experience with healing. And then like they had to have done enough healing to get their healer to 43 and 68, you know. And then okay, they've played DPS job. So with that in mind, I kind of will gauge my pools. I'll also see how they play. But anyway, alright, so the first time we bring the first pack over to the second one, and it can be a little tricky here because like these treasure hunters originally, okay, let's go back a bit. There's a Tonberry here, okay? And these treasure hunters are attacking the Tonberry. And we could stand here. However, there's actually a really big Tonberry over here. Maybe you'll see it. Maybe you'll see it later. But going into that area pops up some extra ads. And we can actually skip a lot of that. But look here. Eventually they will come over here. So all these Tonberries were over here and they came over here to us, okay? So we don't need to go over here. And we actually don't want to go over there because you can't really see it. But this is a Tonberry that's big and it also has a knife. Okay, so it's kind of wandering around. It's wandering around, and if it catches up to you, then it'll like swipe you with the knife and it'll do a good amount of damage. So that's why you don't want to go from the beginning. You don't want to go to the left side. You want to pick up the stuff. Okay, the beginning was here. Pick up the stuff and then come this way and pick up these birds. And then we kind of just handle these birds here. We can go up a little bit more. If we look here, we start here, make a right, take care of this, go up. But it's really dependent on the healer. However, here I see that the healer is over here. So they're already going over there. And so I'm kind of like, all right, the healer wants to just keep going, then fine, I'll just keep going. To a certain degree, you know, like, okay, the healer came back. Or it looks like the healer wants to keep going, but I try to just keep it here to see where everyone else is, because I know, like, the bard is probably new. The bard, okay, or the ninja? No, the bard is 50, but the ninja has a sprout icon. I also had a notification that someone was new into the dungeon, and so, you know, I try to keep it. When I'm playing with other people, like real people, I try to make sure that it's not too much for the healer and also not too overwhelming for new people, because it can go really fast and some people don't like that and they get overwhelmed. Like, I get it. But other times, if I'm more confident in the dungeon, then I will just do bigger pools so that we get through it. If I know the healer and I can keep things together, and that's fine. But anyway, okay, so with this pool, you know, just keep it all together. Dodge AoEs as necessary. Okay, so do not allow the Tonbori Stalker to catch you. That is referring to the really big guy. So I don't think he'll show up, but he's like over here walking somewhere with his little lantern and his knife. So if you see him, you want to kind of avoid him. Okay, now we can keep going, or there's a treasure here, and watch when he activates the treasure. Now we got all these extra ads. So there's some little booby traps, okay? Got ads here, and some ads over there. So I'm gonna go pick up all the ads. So get that situated. It's not that big of a deal. So if you want the treasure, just go get it. Okay, so next set of stuff. I pull it all together. Something that will happen a fair amount actually when running with other people. Okay, we're just dodging stuff, by the way. It's normal stuff. Sometimes other players will pull before the tank will. And so if you're tanking this and you're not confident, you can say something about it, or you just go with it. Some people are a stickler for the tank. Oh, okay. The Tonbori Stalker gives up chase and returns to his lair, so he's not going to follow us anymore. Yeah, some people are a stickler about it. Some tanks want to be the one to always pull, and I think it's more courteous to allow the tank to pull so that they don't have to go back and like figure out which enemy hasn't been gotten yet, or you know, like they can kind of control the flow of what's attacking them. But anyway, back to that later. Okay, so this move, inhale. See that? Okay, so this wide cone. When it does inhale, anyone inside this cone will be sucked into this melee range. And then everyone in the melee range will get hit with this poison. The Gubue, what's it called? Grief, I guess. And we all got a little bit of damage there. I didn't know that, so I just over the AoE, but I didn't realize the thing. But anyway, okay, so there's a bit there too. Okay. Let's see. It'll like sneeze on me or something. Yeah, so it sneezes on me and it adds this other debuff, reduced immunity. So, you know, that means I'm not as immune to stuff. Okay, it goes away pretty good. I believe the healer, yeah, the healer use Asuna. Yeah. Okay, moldy phlegm, dodge that. Okay, inhale again, get out of that, and also get out of the melee range. Okay, see, we are all inside melee range. The healer, me, and the ninja. And so we all got poisoned here. See this? The three of us got poisoned. But the bard is outside melee range, and so he didn't get poisoned. So that's how that mechanic works. When you see the cone that is called inhale, you don't want to be in that, and you also don't want to be in melee range as soon as that is done casting, or else you'll get poisoned. But if you are in there, I mean, the healer just needs to heal and, you know, Asuna your poison. It's not too bad, but it's definitely something that the healer needs to take care of. I didn't know that. I don't run these ones very much. That's why did I say that these guides weren't that they're just low budget? These are just low budget guides. I'm doing my best. I do what I can. I have the wiki up on the side just in case. Okay, so you look at here. The healer's running ahead of me and they're pulling before me, and I'm like, that's fine. I'm just recording a guide. It's not a big deal. Like, so if you're someone who wants to be sure that you are in control of the flow of it, if you're tanking it, and then, you know, say something like I'm new to this, I would prefer to do the pools on my own, or like I prefer smaller pools so I can get used to the dungeon, or just anything just so it gives people a heads up. I think sometimes when people run these, they're kind of just trying to get in and out quickly, and so they might be in a rush and not as patient with stuff. But okay, wait. So after we deal with the ads, there's lantern oil around. So we want to pick up the lantern oil. Also, the reason why I pulled all the ads up to this room is because, one, I wanted to make it go a little faster, but also because of this lantern oil. Different ads will drop the lantern oil, and so if we kind of staggered and did the pools like here, like back in this room, or this room, or this room over here, then the lantern oil could be kind of just all over the place on the ground, and if we didn't pick it up, then we'd have to run back and get it, if that makes sense. Okay, let me go back just to clarify kind of what's happening here. Okay, after the boss fight, there was a set of ads here. Okay, and then we make a right turn up the staircase. Okay, go up here, and then we go up this staircase. Okay, and then we defeat everything here, and then we pick up the lantern oil. And then on the sides here, there's this rusted Nimian device. There's also one on this side. You can see it when I first enter. See, this one and this one. When you pick up the lantern oil, you'll use it on this device and then this door on the right side will open, and then there'll be another device. So that's kind of where we're at. So the other person did this other one. Okay, so now we go through the door, and we'll use the oil on this device, and then we'll go to the right side. Okay, so there's a few different things here. There's some stuff you can explore down here, but the streamline thing to do is to go up these stairs and then to the left. You can go exploring, but most people don't. There's ads over here, but when we go up the stairs, we're going to take a left and then a right over here. So here's, okay, in the mini-map, here's the part where you put the oil for the device. Then you go here, go up the staircase, make a left turn, and make a right turn, and deal with the ads here. These ads, you don't have to deal with them unless you want to go exploring, and there is a place, if you go down this corridor and down this one over here, there's a room back here where it has some treasure stuff. There's also other treasure stuffs too. Wait, I lied. It's not there. It's somewhere, like it's somewhere over here. It's in the corner somewhere. But anyway, okay, so once we get to this area, the middle room, the middle section, okay, we want to take care of all these ads and then take care of this device here. This device. So for these ads, you want to stay, it's just a single pool. But anyway, yeah, so if you're running stuff with people in like Duty Finder and you're like nervous about anything, it's fine to just write it in party chat. And if people aren't nice about it, that's more their problem. Like, Oh, okay, there's a treasure here. Yeah. Okay. So, this big guy was the big toneberry I was talking about before. There's multiple of them in this area. So when we take care of the skeletons over here and then we use the device on the thing, I go here, I pick up the adze, and then I go straight down the stairs. Because I don't want to stand around this toneberry. Because, I don't know if you can see, but he's got a little knife in his hand right there. So I go down the stairs, and oh, there's another toneberry right there. Did you see that? This guy. He's huge. Yeah. So I grab these other toneberries, and then, yeah, see, look at PM's health. They don't have that much. Why? Because they probably got stabbed. Yeah. So the healer probably got stabbed. And then, yeah, PM probably got stabbed. Because see, I have all the aggro for stuff except for the toneberry stalker, the big guys, and so that big toneberry stalker is probably the one stabbing everybody. So I try to bring them all over here. The ghosts don't really want to come over, so I go back. I noticed that this toneberry is going back up the stairs, and this one is still facing that way, so I go back to the ghost, and I try to hit my AoE for all of them. Okay, so I got some lantern oil. So, what? There, we have lantern oil here, right? There's a device over here, but there's also over here another device. This one here. But there's a big toneberry here. Look at this! It's about to swipe me. Look at my health. Throat stab. Yeah. So I'm gonna take care of these adze, and then someone needs to take care of this device, and here's your treasure here. So we can see we have one lantern oil on our list here, so that other lantern oil is reserved for this device over here. Tricky business with this big toneberry. I was gonna run away from it, but because the healer popped a bubble right here, I was like, okay, I might as well just utilize this bubble, but I usually would not keep the adze and this big toneberry here, but the healer seems confident, and so I just did whatever. Okay, so at some point someone interacted and did the device thing. If you are DPS, generally it's up to the DPS to do the mechanics, like to interact with stuff. Okay, see, so the ninja interacted with the device, and I was kind of busy staring at this stuff, but yeah, we could go. Okay, look at how much we're getting stabbed with stuff. Okay. At this point, I pan a bit, and I saw. Okay. I'm like, oh, everyone's over here. Okay, I panned a bit, and I saw that it didn't say the Nivian device thing anymore, and I was like, oh, okay, they already interacted with it. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna just go run. Okay, so we run back, and we run through this door that's now open. It wasn't open before. If you want to go exploring, you can go explore the rest of the areas, but again, like most people, when you run this with them, they wanted to streamline it. So if you do want to look at everything, you need to say that at the beginning so people know what to expect. or just go, but then that might cause conflict, and it's not that bad most of the time, but just, yeah. Okay, so for here, all these ads will add different types of debuffs onto the player, and so it's better to just take them down as soon as possible. I don't know offhand what debuffs they are, but they're not great, and so you just take care of them. Yeah. Let's see. Some of them is like paralyze and like heavy, where you can't move fast. Oh, this person's getting targeted with a thing. What happened to them? Oh, they got targeted and they had aggro for a while. So, oh, you can't see their name, but they got targeted and just, let's see, to use a large amount of damage to the focus player. Okay, so that one's just random. See, I've got aggro right now, but the boss turns around and you can't really see it, but there's a corner orange thing here. There's a target sign on that person, PM, the ninja. And you can also see this is pointing there to them. I have this area blocked off so you don't see people's names, but I noticed that, oh, that's not my name anymore, and so yeah, if you don't notice the boss turning around, or that the pointer is pointing at someone else, or the person's name, there's all these different places to look. So they try to bring it back to me, but I can't do anything about that. Like, that move just happens. But now it's back to me because the move is done. So just target a random player for that. Yeah, again, for that one, just deal with the ads quickly, and then a random targeted person will get a lot of damage. So healers heal through that. Okay, so we grab all the rest of the ads here. I am going to bring it all the way up. It is a big pool, and I'm only doing this because I know the healer is confident, because they were running ahead of me before, and just I could tell by the aggressive way they were playing that they wanted to go fast. And seeing how they handled other things and how often they put the bubble down, I knew that they'd be able to manage it. So that comes with just experience playing with a lot of different types of people, and you pick up on those little things. But if you're not confident with a big pool like that, don't do a big pool. You just do smaller pools, it's fine. However, make sure to remember to pick up the lantern oil after sending the ads to the break room. Okay, so here you can kind of see there are already people lined up at the devices. Here, back here. So they took care of that, so now the door is just open. It was this device and this device. You can go back and see that. Back a little more. Yeah, this device and this device. After we're done, after picking up the ads, the DPS, the damage dealers, they already are going, or they went that way to take care of those things. Teamwork. Yeah, see, they're there. Okay. Now we're at the final boss. Do you hear that? It's a knife being sharpened. Wow! I told you they're holding knives. So spooky but cute at the same time. Danger. Okay, so there's a few things happening in this one that really isn't that intuitive, and I read through the guide, the online wiki, before making this, so I have a vague idea of what's happening. What I've always known is we always just target the boss. You tank it in the middle and you just focus on the boss and you don't worry about the ads. So here's a Toneberry, and then there's another Toneberry over here, a little baby one. I've always learned that you don't worry about them, you just focus on the boss, and I thought maybe you would just do so much damage to the boss that we don't even need to focus on the ads, like they don't do that much damage. However, there's actually a reason why we don't target the ads. I believe it's this debuff, or this buff for the boss. So when a Toneberry dies, it will do this move called Rancor Release. Okay, so this one's dead. Okay, so look here at my enemy list. This is the only one that's dead right now, and it's this one. It's doing this move called Rancor Release, and so what happens is the Rancor, okay, goes to the king. Should I define what Rancor means? Bitterness or resentfulness, especially when long-standing. That's what Rancor means. And so the Toneberry King is upset. And now it's doing this move called Everybody's Grudge. And it's basically, it will deal damage. And the higher amount of Rancor it has, the more damage it will deal. And the way that it gets more Rancor is by having more of its little friends destroyed. So that's why we focus the boss and we don't attack the little guys. All these years I didn't know. Here, see? The Rancor has fallen. Oh, wait. The Rancor of his fallen comrade flows into the Toneberry King. Again. So we didn't really do that here. Oh wait, that was Sharpened Knife. My bad. I circled the debuff up here before. That was not the Rancor. I just saw it. I can hear it too. I can see the animation too. He's sharpening his knife. Okay, this is Sharpened Knife. So this one. So when the boss has this buff Sharpened Knife, they'll basically just do extra damage to me, the tank. Okay, see, so you did this move, so that's what that debuff was. There's no way to really see the Rancor, not that I can tell. But yeah, you don't want to attack the Toneberries. But because the healer kept doing that, I didn't realize. Oh, wait, I just saw it. I just saw it. Wow, we're all learning at the same time. Okay, this Toneberry is dying. Poor Toneberry. Oh, okay, I see it. Oh, I see it. Rancor. It's got 2 here. So does that mean that it's got 2 Rancor or that it added 2? I don't know. Let's look out for the next one. Oh, okay. So we're already dealing like the limit break. Okay. But anyway, before all this goes down, we got these Toneberries here, right? And they are coming at us and doing stuff. We didn't really need to attack them, but it's fine. What you really gotta look out for are these Toneberry slashers. They're like the big brothers. They have big knives too, and so they will do more damage to everyone if they get close. And so you want to take down the boss pretty quickly, or else these Toneberry slashers will pop up and they'll like do more damage. But okay, there we go. The LB took care of the rest of it. Yeah. That was kind of a bit... It's hard to tell, like, what to do, really, with, like, some of these bosses, because they don't have all the tells with it. But yeah, okay, let's see. The wiki says don't even get close to the Toneberry slasher, so don't get near the big brothers. Okay. Well, you can experiment, you know. The game's all about experimenting, so that's all good. Anyway, okay, also, I don't know if you noticed, but this person just walked from down there all the way up here. That's called an RP walk. Just teaching you some culture here. RP stands for role playing. Okay, or you can just call it walking, but it's kind of this thing people say when they see people walking in dungeons, that people are RP walking, roleplay walking. Anyway, that was the whole thing. I'm sorry if I was everywhere. Seriously, like, I'm just trying my best, you know? And going forward, I have no idea, like, if I'm gonna really know these dungeons or not. But I'm gonna read through the guide, I'm gonna run through it, read through the guides, and try my best. And I hope that it will help everyone else. Okay. Bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of the optional dungeons in Reborn.